Recording in progress.
Hi, boys and girls. I miss you already. And it's been a really short week for me, but alhamdulillah, I'm feeling better. So I hope you guys are all fine. I hope you enjoy the rain and I hope you guys play out in it today. So I'm going to go over our lesson for English for tomorrow. Some of you might have already received this lesson, so it's a great review. And if some of you haven't received the lesson, then perk your ears up, turn your listening ears on, and bubbles in our mouth. Okay, so just quietly we will listen to the lesson, okay? All right, so, oops, I need to share my screen first. That would be helpful, huh? Share sound and my screen and share. Okay, so here's Miss Marissa's screen, as you guys know it very well in 3A. And we are going to talk about our transition words once more. What are our transition words? Transition words means that we look at what we can do next and next and next and next, right? But instead of saying first and next and next and next and next, it's kind of boring. So we have to learn different kinds of words. So our objective is that we're going to use these transition words and you are going to create your own amazing recipe. Okay, so now we are going to look at creating a food recipe using your sequence or transition words. Transition means to change, to show steps that change. So Miss Marissa gave an example in my grade 3A today about riding a bicycle. So we said, when you learn how to ride a bicycle, what do you do first? First is a transition word. So therefore, that would be the first step. Then what are you going to do? So first you get out your bicycle, right? And then you decide that you're going to get on your bicycle. All right, so these are transition words, but we're going to use those same transition words to make a recipe for our favorite recipe for food. Okay, so there we have it. Remember we talked about making a sandwich. First, next, then, last, finally. These are all words of sequence or all words of transition, right? Okay, so let's go on. All right, so first of all, I'm going to read you a quick, short part of the story that we are learning about with Ava. Remember Ava? She wanted to have a food fair. So she says, "What about Grandma Ida's Swedish meatballs? She made them in Sweden," said Mom. "She still makes them." Ava shook her head. "I like the meatballs," she said. "I just don't want to make them for the food fair." No dish sounded right. Ava looked at her mom anxiously. What do you think anxiously means? This word right here. What does anxiously mean? Anxiously. Anxiously means, you have this feeling like, it's this feeling where you are kind of like, I don't know, like you're worried. You don't know what to do. You had this feeling before. I know grade threes, you had this feeling before. So she looked at her mom anxiously. What could Ava bring? Now, if you were going to do a food fair at grade 3, what food would you bring to the food fair? What would you bring? I'm going to listen. Maybe you want to tell me. Oh, okay. And what else? Okay. Well, those sound like great options. I think you would really do well at your food fair. But part of bringing your food to the fair is you have to show me that you can make a recipe. Recipe is the ingredients, that you have that's on a piece of paper or in your computer about what kinds of things you need and the steps on how to make it. All right. So there's the Swedish meatballs, and she's going to show you, like a cooking show, the steps. Listen for the steps. I'm going to stop it when she's finished. I'm going to ask you which steps you heard. Where's Miss Marissa's pen? Okay, I'm going to write them down too. See if I can remember. All right, are you ready to listen to the steps? Let's listen.
Today I'm going to show you how to make juicy, flavour-packed Swedish meatballs in a classic rich and creamy sauce. Hi, I'm Nikki. Welcome back to our kitchen, where we show you how to make delicious, family-friendly recipes. Swedish meatballs are an iconic dish known the world over, and this is my version. We're going to start by making the meatballs. In my bowl here I've got 500 grams, which is a little over a pound of beef mince, and 250 grams, which is a little over half a pound of pork mince. To that we're going to add a small finely diced onion, a minced clove of garlic, 4 tablespoons of panko breadcrumbs, 1 medium egg, 5 tablespoons of full fat milk, half a teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon each of black pepper, white pepper and allspice. Mix it all together with your hands until combined. This mixture should make about 18 to 22 meatballs. So you want to take a piece of the mixture about the size of a golf ball and squeeze it slightly with your hands and then roll it together into a meatball shape and then place it on a tray. Continue making the meatballs until you've used up all the mixture. Once we've made all the meatballs, we're going to fry them off. You might need to do this in 2 batches depending on the size of your pan. So we're going to start by adding a tablespoon of vegetable oil to a large frying pan. Add half of the meatballs to the pan and fry, turning occasionally until browned all over. Transfer the meatballs to a tray whilst we make the second batch. Now the meatballs have all been fried off, we're going to place them in a low oven, about 150C or 300F, just to finish off the cooking process, so it'll just be about 5 or 6 minutes whilst we're making the sauce. Now we're going to make that signature Swedish meatball sauce. So turn the heat down on the pan to medium, and I've got 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter here that I'm going to add to the pan that we fried the meatballs in. Once that butter's melted, add in 3 tablespoons of plain all-purpose flour and whisk it into the butter to form a roux. Add in 180ml or 3/4 cup of beef stock and stir it together with the whisk until it's fully combined with the butter flour mixture and no lumps remain. Now stir in 120ml or 1/2 cup of vegetable stock. Next in goes 120ml or 1/2 cup of double or heavy cream, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, a teaspoon of Worcester sauce, a teaspoon of Dijon mustard and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Stir all that together to combine and bring it to a gentle simmer. Now add the meatballs back to the pan. Stir together to coat the meatballs in the sauce and cook for another couple of minutes, then serve. I like to serve my meatballs with creamy mashed potato, lingonberry jam, green veggies, and all topped off with a sprinkling of fresh parsley and black pepper. And there you go, that's how to make Swedish meatballs with a rich and creamy sauce. A real hit with the family. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay, so did you like how she used some transition words? She didn't really use a whole lot in her transition of her recipe because she was kind of showing you. So when you're writing a recipe, you're going to use those transition words more often than if you were to show me the recipe. So some of the words, did anybody hear any special transition words in the video? Okay, good. What's another one? Okay, all right. Was there any other one that you heard in there? Okay, so Miss Marissa heard, then, continue, so, once, next, now, and finish. Did you hear all those words? Yes, those are transition words or sequence words. She said now a lot, right? Now we're going to do this. He said, then put them here. Then we will finish with this. Now and next, do this. These are transition words. These help you get from one step to the next. Okay. All right, grade threes. All right, so this is an example of what you have to do. What I want you to do is you can do the Swedish meatball recipe if you want at home and taste it. Maybe take a couple pictures with yourself doing it so we can hang it on our boards, or you can make your own recipe. Maybe there's something out there that you make that's from Emirates that you would like to talk about and share with us in the school, not the actual foods, but share your idea about what happens, the first, the second, the next, and the last. Okay? So we're going to give you this one here, this recipe. And I want you to put your picture in there of what you are making, or maybe it's a picture of you eating it. Okay? And then your recipe is for what? This is the ingredients that you have. That's like the food that you need to make it, your equipment. And then I want to hear or see some really nice transition words, okay? All right. Do you have any questions, boys and girls? If you don't, it's okay. If you do, please have mommy and daddy talk to me about grasses so I can answer your questions. If you need mommy and daddy talk to your teacher, because I'm teaching this for all of the grade threes today, then ask your teachers to explain to you what they need to do more with you, okay? All right, so that's it for me, guys. And that's your English lesson for tomorrow. Actually, it will be today because when you see this video, it will already be Friday. But I'm filming this video Thursday night. Okay? Have a great day, boys and girls, and we will see you on Monday, inshallah. Bye-bye.